right here in Lyons, 15-5. And then they also fell. That was September 11th. They also lost to Lyons 12-1. And that was back on October the 1st. The Bay Diggers at 10-7 are coming off a victory in the opening round at Rocky Ford on Tuesday, 10-7. Whereas Lyons at 14-3 shut out Weld Central by a score of 6-0. The Bay Diggers are the 13th seed going in, and Lyons happy that Brush won that game because that means they remain home after Brush knocked off the 4 seed. Lyons is the number 5 seed. Momentarily, we'll get to the starting lineups. The Bay Diggers are dressed in their white uniforms with the black pants. The royal blue uniforms with white numbers and black pants for Lyons, which has less experience. They've only got 4 seniors on this team. The Bay Diggers have 9. 7 of those are starters. But Lyons, based on the way they played with their underclassmen, are a well-seasoned team. There's no question about it. An extremely well-seasoned team that's going to be tough to knock off, especially with Brush being outscored in those 2 meetings, 27-6. We'll come back on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Bay Diggers starting lineup this afternoon is brought to you by High Plains Bank, your friendly local community bank serving Wiggins and all surrounding areas at highplainsbank.com. While the Bay Diggers go with their usual lineup, there's a minor change in there. Batting first is the shortstop, Brooke Rule. The pitcher, Braylon Rule, hits second. Catcher, Grace Georgiou, is the third hitter. Batting cleanup is Natalie Poss, who's at third base. Riley Lake, the second baseman, hits fifth. The DH, or the designated player, Harley Holdren, at sixth. Alexis Corral in left bats seventh. Olivia Odell in right hits eighth. And Kylie Abreu, the first baseman, bats ninth. All against Chantel Kester. She was outstanding, really both outings. Jazz Ennie at first. The first pitch is high. Sam Kester at second. The third baseman is Rayanna Ortiz. At shortstop is Brooklyn Ennie. Avery Joy in left. Center fielder is Jilly Hay. The pitch swung on and tapped foul up the third base side. In right field is Berkeley Andrus. Behind the plate, Hannah Schweiger. And again on the mound is Chantel Kester. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here to Brooke Rule. And the pitch swung on and foul to the backstop. Count is sitting at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rule's been over 400 all season, at some point over 500 as well. These top 3 hitters have been very effective. Opening pitch today brought to you by AC Ice, crystal clear ice. Good at any time of year for any drink. And that pitch is off the corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The right-handed pitcher, Chantel Kester. The Bay Diggers are looking for a significant upset considering the 2 lopsided meetings earlier this year. 2-2, Schweiger lays down the sign and the offering. Swung on line and a beautiful backhanded stab at third by Ortiz. Throws to first for the out. That thing was hit on a line, but Ortiz was able to stab it and retire Brooke Rule. And whenever you get her out, you know you've done something special because she's got some speed, especially in a ground ball. 1 down for Braylon Rule. The pitch. That is upstairs at the letters. 1 ball and no strikes. Braylon had 3 hits and 3 RBIs in the 10-7 victory at Rocky Ford. And the Bay Diggers were not only in double digits in runs, but in hits as well. And the pitch. And that one's inside. I think had she stayed there, it would have hit her. She didn't move off. She moved off the plate, but that ball was headed right for her left leg. But then again, she's a pitcher. I don't think she wants to be affected by a hit ball, especially around the left knee. 2 balls and no strikes to the sophomore. And the offering. Swung on and fouled on the changeup right off her left foot, and that one left her limping. I think right off the instep. Ball 2, strike 1. That's a good 2-0 pitch there, thrown by Kester, considering that normally you go with a heater in that situation. Ball 2, strike 1. Gorgeous day. Let's see what our game time temperature is in Lyons. First pitch is at 84 degrees. And not a cloud in the sky. A cliche, but this time it's true. And the 2-1. Swung on, grounded foul. Tried to pin that on the inside corner. Way out in front was Rule. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 8 teams remain here in this 3A tournament. No surprise that 5 of them are Patriot League teams: Brush, Lyons, Strasburg, Eaton, and defending state champion University. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss on a changeup in the dirt. Schweiger has to throw to first for the out. And Braylon Rule was 100% completely fooled on that. And there is 2 down. Well, Braylon's going to have to pitch like that. Without a doubt, if she can pitch like that. Here is Grace Georgiou. She was looking for straight heat. And Kester pulled the string. Georgiou actually did not hit the ball all that well against Rocky Ford. The pitch up and away. But she's still a 600-plus hitter for this Bee Digger team. Bee Diggers hitting just under 400 as a team. But they picked up the offense lately. All the runs they've scored in the last several games, except Lyons last Thursday. Swung on. That is a home run into very deep left center field. That cleared the fence by at least 25 feet. On the second pitch to Grace Georgiou, she goes yard here in Lyons, and the Bee Diggers with 2 down in the first. Lead 1-0. No doubt about it. Madeline Poss had a couple of big hits against Rocky Ford. In fact, how about 3 hits? 3 for 4 in the game. They've got that same softball back in, the same one. Yeah, that was out over the middle of the plate, and it looked like she might have tried to pull the string on Georgiou, but Georgiou was waiting on that one. Poss with 2 down and the bases empty, and the pitch, and that is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes to the senior third baseman. Brush scored 18 runs against Strasburg 9 days ago, 19 against Rez a day later, only 1 against Lyons, 11 against Sterling, 10 on Tuesday. Swung on and grounded to short. Brooklyn, and he's got it, fires to first, and the Bee Diggers are retired in the top of the first inning. However, they do get a Grace Georgiou home run as we send the game to the bottom of the first inning. In Lyons in this Class 3A state quarterfinal. The Bee Diggers won, and Lyons is coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Well, here comes Lyons to the plate in the bottom of the first inning. Batting first will be the center fielder Jilly Hay. That's either Jazz Ennie or Chantel Kester batting second and third. Batting fourth is the shortstop Brooklyn Ennie. Rayanna Ortiz, the third baseman, is fifth. Hannah Schweiger, the catcher, bats sixth. Batting seventh, second baseman Sam Kester. The right fielder Berkeley Andrus hits eighth. Avery Joy in left hits ninth. We'll set up the Bee Diggers defensively. Righty against righty, and the pitch is on the outside corner for a strike from Braylon Rule. Kylie Abreu's at first. Riley Lake is the second baseman. Over at third is Madeline Poss. Brooke Rule at short. Around the outfield, Alexis Corral in left. Carly Tatalini in center. Olivia Odell in right. The pitch, and that bounces in. Grace Georgiou, the All-State catcher. 1 ball and 1 strike, at least. She's played like it will be this year. 1-1 to Jilly Hay. The pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to left field. Corral is right there, 2 steps back and makes the grab. And there's 1 down in the bottom of the first inning. And that will send up the number 2 hitter, Jazz Ennie. And again, just keep these pitches in the strike zone. That's, boy, Ennie's right on top of the plate, squaring to bunt. The pitch upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. She was pulled from both of her starts against Lyons, was Brooke Rule. 8 walks and 2 hit batters on September 11th here in Lyons. 1-0 pitch, high, 2-0, and then was taken out in the second inning in Brush. So it can only get better. And she's got that left foot out of the box. I mean, that left toe. Well, it's back in. 2-0 pitch. Swung on line, base hit into right center field, and a 2-0 pitch by Jazeni. That'll bring up Chantel Kester. Yeah, all of these Lions hitters have been having big seasons. Kester stepping in from the right side with an open stance. And the pitch. That's a strike down the middle. It's 0-1. Kester hitting .480. She's make it the third leading hitter on this team. Brooklyn Annie on deck hitting .655. The offering. Swung on and tapped foul to the backstop. No balls and 2 strikes. The Bee Diggers lead 1-0, 1 down, bottom of the first inning. On a 2-out homer by Grace Georgiou. Now can you throw the money pitch to get out of this particular hitter out? No balls and 2 strikes. The offering. Swung on, lined, and that one is on a hop towards Riley Lake into right field for a base hit. She dove. It had some English on it. She tried to make the catch in the air, but that was just bad luck. Ball hit off the end of the bat and was twisting. And Odell flagged it down. And here comes Brooklyn Annie. That was a great pitch thrown by Braylon Rule. A tremendous pitch. Now you got to get out Annie. She's a next-level player like Georgiou. And the pitch. Swung on, lined, and off the glove of Brooke Rule. She picks it up and has no play. That'll be an error. That was hit right to her. A shot. She should have caught that. That'll be an E6. Hit hard, but that has to be caught for the out. Those are plays that need to be made in the playoffs. And the bases are loaded. Once it went off her glove, it only went about a foot behind her. And Rayanna Ortiz, the second leading hitter, over 500. So 2 hits and an error here in the first inning. The pitch bounces in. 1 ball and no strikes. I mean, that play is the difference between going to the semis and being sent home when you're the underdog. 1-0. Pitch to Ortiz. Swung on, drilled to left field. Back is Corral, and she makes the catch at the track. She'll throw it back in, tagging up as Zenny from third. She'll score, and the game is tied at 1. Nice defensive play. Shy of the fence by Alexis Corral, 2 down. It'll go as a sac fly. That's a big out. And Braylon Rule has struggled so much in the first inning, but not today. Allowing her team to make plays. And here is Hannah Schweiger. Strong hitter. The pitch upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. To Schweiger. Runners at first and second. 2 down, bottom 1. Deadlocked at 1. And the offering. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Oh, that was nasty stuff from the sophomore right-hander. 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, and she does not alter that motion at all. Some do a little bit for the changeup, but that looked like heat coming out of her right hand, and it was a change of pace. 1-1 pitch. Upstairs. Ball 2, strike 1. Yeah, just a bad luck base hit earlier in the frame, and then that liner to Rule. Really nothing you could do about the 2 hits, but the liner got to be made. Hopefully that'll limit the damage here. The pitch. Changeup is just outside. Ball 2, strike 1. Here to Hannah Schweiger. Big, strong, right-handed hitting catcher. And the 2-1. And that bounces in and bounces away. And I didn't think she was hit by the pitch, but I guess they're going to say she was. Boy, I didn't see her hit by the pitch. I thought she skipped out of the way. So to go as a hit batter. And the bases are loaded for Sam Kester. Well, he had a base open. Kester, the number 7 hitter in the lineup. The pitch outside. Corner. Boy, George, you had to frame that big time. It's 0-1. I mean, that definitely looked outside. But the Bee Diggers will take that. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, down and in, 0-2. Completely changed locations. And now one pitch away from limiting the damage in the bottom of the first is Braylon Rule. With the bases loaded, tied at 1. The offering. Swung on, drilled down the left field line. Hopefully that twist foul, and it is. Oh, man. She threw a change, and Kester was ready for it, but pulled that pitch. Count levels, or check that, is still at 0-2. Here to Kester. That's a quality pitch, but Kester was waiting for it. The offering. Swung on, drilled down the left field line. If it stays fair, that's trouble. Corral in foul territory. Can make the play. She used a lot of speed there, closing speed, but again, hit about 10 to 15 feet fouled. Remains at 0-2 to Sam Kester with the bases loaded. 2 down in the bottom of the first in this 3A state quarterfinal from Lyons. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled off the end of the bat on a changeup. How many lives does this hitter have? I mean, Rule is throwing everything at her. And she's able to stay alive. I think she's going to have to go upstairs, something well above the letter, see if she fishes at the 0-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss. She did exactly that. Up and in above the letters. It's a strikeout of Sam Kester, and Braylon Rule with a masterful job in the bottom of the first inning. 1 run on 2 hits. There was a beat digger error, and the bases were left loaded. With the score, Brush 1, Lyons 1. You're listening to the 2020 Colorado High School Softball Playoffs on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back with you. Let's head to the top of the second inning. In this 3A state quarterfinal, Riley Lake, Harley Holdren, and Alexis Corral will hit for the Bead Diggers against right-hander Chantel Kester. The Bead Diggers got a first-inning home run from Grace Georgiou. And the pitch swung on and grounded foul down the third base side. Just foul, no balls and 1 strike. Well, the Bead Diggers didn't win the inning. They didn't lose the inning. When they played here on September 11th, they had a 3-0 lead going into the bottom of the second, and then Lyons scored a run in that inning, 4 in the third, 8 in the fourth, and won 15-5. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. That is on the outside corner, strike 2. Painted the corner at the knees. 0-2. To Riley Lake, the number 5 hitter for Brush in his lineup. And the offering. That's upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We got a capacity crowd well beyond the outfield fences here in Lyons. Winner of this game will take on the winner of the Eaton-La Junta game on Saturday in Aurora. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Bead Diggers got to keep their hands back. 2 changeups thrown to 2 different hitters. And they were so far in front, totally full. Here for Brush, the pitch. Outside corner for a strike. Lost you there for a second. Riley Lake struck out on a 1-2 changeup. Back with you here with a strike to Harley Holder in the pitch. Swung on and grounded weakly to short, and he charges. Fields throws for the out. 2 down. Holdren is retired here in the top of the second inning. If you just joined us, and apologize for the snafu there, but a first inning home run from Grace Georgiou, and then a sac fly in the bottom of the first for Lyons. That scored a run. Here's Alexis Corral. Strike down the middle, belt high. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Corral. That home run by Georgiou's the lone hit of the game for Brush, and that is just down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. If you're in need of a steel barn, pole barn, or need storm repair, call Plains Building Systems, LLC in Brush. They build so much more than buildings. Grounded foul up the third base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Alexis Corral. Yeah, you want to keep this game at all times within a 3 to 4 run margin. Right now it's tied, but again, you're a significant underdog after losing 12 to 1 in the last meeting and 15 to 5 in the first meeting. So these Lions, the pitch, fastball is upstairs. Count levels at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Alexis Corral. Number 7 hitter. The pitch swung on and lifted a shallow center. This one might drop. That will drop. In front of Jilly Hay. It's a 2-out base hit on the Texas Leaguer hit from Corral. That'll bring up Olivia Odell. Odell was picking up her game offensively. And in her most recent game was 0 for 4, though, against Rocky Ford. Let's see if she can get back on track. The pitch swung on, popped up. This will end the inning. On the left side, the third baseman Ortiz makes the grab, and Olivia Odell is retired on 1 pitch. For the Bee Diggers in the frame, no runs on 1 hit. No errors and a base runner left at first. 1 1/2 innings are in the books as we head to the bottom of the second in 60 seconds. With a score, Brush 1, Lyons 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Strike 1 to begin the bottom of the second inning to Berkeley Andrist. 8-9-1 hitting from the right side. No lefties in this Lions lineup, deadlocked at 1. The pitch from Braylon Rule. Swung on, that's popped up. The shortstop, Brooke Rule, takes a few steps back and makes the one-handed grab. And there's 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. She almost fielded that like there was, I don't know if, like sun in your eyes, or they're wearing those face masks. That cannot be easy on a pop fly. You've got that cage all over your face. That'll send up Avery Joy, and Braylon Rule is throwing a fabulous game so far for Brush. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch neck high. No balls and 1 strike. All the pressures here on the home team. The Bee Diggers playing with house money as the 13 seed against the 5 seed. And the pitch. Outside corner, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes to Avery Joy. Braylon Rule with no walks has hit a batter. And the offering. Swing and a miss. Throw it right by Joy on the outer half. 2 down. And for Braylon Rule, that's her second strikeout of the game. Here is Jilly Hay, who popped to left in the first inning. Well, this could be down to a 5-inning game. Get this final out, and not easy to get the final out, but you got to do it right now. In this second inning, the pitch bounces in. 1 ball and no strikes. Gorgeous day, hopefully a gorgeous result for Brush. The offering, that bounces in as well, 2-0. Here to the leadoff hitter in the lineup, but the third hitter in this inning. The center fielder for Lyons. 2-0. Right down the middle for a strike, just above the knees. It's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. 20, look at this ratio, 20 strikes and 9 balls. We haven't seen that all season. From Rule, the pitch. Swung on, tapped foul to the backstop. And the count moves at 2 balls and 2 strikes with the bases empty, tied at 1 in the bottom of the second inning in this Class 3A state quarterfinal. Jilly Hay with a slightly open stance. Right-handed hitter for Lyons. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Holy Mahungus pulled the string. 1, 2, 3. As Lyons is retired in the second, we head to the third. Brush 1, Lyons 1 in this 3A quarterfinal on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. All right, let's head to the top of the third inning. All of a sudden, we got a little bit of interference here. Top of the third. And the pitch to Abreu, swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. Hopefully that's not going out over the air. We're not sure where the interference is coming from. That's a strike on the outside corner. 0-2 on Kylie Abreu. Yeah, I love technology. No balls and 2 strikes. And the offering outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Huh. I don't know. It's almost like something joined the party on our signal. 1-2 here to Kylie Abreu. And the pitch swung on and grounded foul up the third base side. Well, just like that. I think somebody flipped a switch. Weird. I don't know if you heard what I was hearing. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Abreu, tied at 1, top of the third inning. Here in this 3A quarterfinal. And the pitch, swing and a miss on a changeup. The B-Diggers have got to be ready for that. That's 3 strikeouts on changeups. Thrown by Chantel Kester, 1 down for Brooke Rule. But so far, Braylon Rule has matched Kester with her 3 strikeouts, not all on changeups. Brooke Rule grounded to third. Her first time up, squaring to bunt, lays it down, but it's too hard. Back to the pitcher, throw to first. She's out by a step and a half. Not a good bunt there by the B-Digger shortstop. Way too hard and right at the pitcher. Here is Braylon Rule, who struck out swinging her first time up. This game is moving along very swiftly. Yeah, the B-Diggers' second time around have got to put together better at-bats. Mr. D's Ace Home Center, a proud supporter of all the area athletes. Swung on, grounded to third. Ortiz on 2 hops, throws to first for the out. And that's a very quick 1-2-3 inning by Chantel Kester. We head to the bottom of the third with the score. Brush 1, Lyons 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 here for Lyons in the bottom of the third inning. Deadlocked at 1. The B-Diggers got a home run in the first inning from Grace Georgiou. Jazz Ennie had a base hit her first time up. She is right on top of the plate. Anything inside, she can't keep it fair. That bounces in. 1 ball and no strikes. So far, Braylon Rule's been terrific. 22 strikes, 9 balls, and 3 strikeouts. Only a 1-hit batter through 2 innings, but you got to keep going. The pitch, outside corner, man. They're stretching out the zone. This is a big-time horizontal zone. It's 1-1, and that's going to help somebody like Rule. Well, it actually helps both pitchers. And the pitch, down and away. Ball 2, strike 1. The B-Diggers are going for their 11th win of the season, and Lyons going for their 15th. And their third against Brush. The pitch, outside. Ball 3, strike 1 to Jazz Ennie. Now you got to come in with something here, especially with some great hitters on coming up. Swung on, grounded to third. Nice backhanded play by Poss. Throw to first for the out. She made the same backhanded play on a sharp ground ball that Rayanna Ortiz was able to make in the first inning for Lyons, and there's 1 down. Here's Chantel Kester. Kester had that base hit her first time up. Into shallow right off the end of the bat with an open stance from the right side. And the offering. That's a strike right there at the knees on the inner half. It's 0-1. One of 4 seniors on this Lions team, and she's been a solid pitcher and hitter all season, batting .480 going into this game. Up and away, and the count levels at 1-1. Here to Kester. 1 out and the base is empty. Bottom of the third. Deadlocked at 1. Braylon Rule comes home. Change up, a strike. On the outside corner, thigh high. It's 1-2. Brooklyn Ennie is on deck. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch, very high. And the count levels at 2-2. Now, we've had some gorgeous weather games lately. Oh, this is just another one of those. Slight breeze as well, that helps. And the 2-2 in the dirt. Ball 3, strike 2 to the opposing pitcher. And you don't want Brooklyn Any coming up if you're a bead digger with anybody on base, because she can stroke it. The pitch swung on, that is popped up left side. The third baseman Poss in foul territory makes the grab, and there's 2 down as Kester is retired. Beautiful pitch down and in. And here is Brooklyn Any, who hit a rope that was dropped by the shortstop Rule. The good thing, when Rule gets off to a shaky start offensively and defensively, she gets better. We saw that in Sterling. And the pitch swung on, hit off the end of the bat to short. Rule's got it, and then she dropped the ball. Oh my gosh. Brooke. It had some English on it, but you got to corral that ball. That's her second error of the game on an easy play. Here's Rayanna Ortiz. She had the sac fly. Yeah, the problem is that you have to corral it with 2 hands and then make sure you've got the grip. That one-handed fielding can hurt you. Swung on, drilled down the left field line. Corral is there along the line to make the catch on a sharp line drive hit by Rayanna Ortiz. And dodging the bullet there was Brooke Rule, her second error in 3 innings. We have played 3 innings here in Lyons in this 3A quarter. It's Brush 1, Lyons 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. An early start here in Lyons at 2 o'clock first pitch. And we are less than 40 minutes into the game. We're already in the 4th inning. Braylon Rule throwing a masterpiece for Brush. Same thing for Chantel Kester of Lyons. It'll be 3, 4, and 5. Grace Georgiou, unfortunately for her, leading off with the bases empty. She homered on a 1-0 pitch in the first. And the offering. Strike. Outside corner at the knees. It's 0-1. Followed by Natalie Poss and Riley Lake. No balls and 1 strike to Georgiou. The pitch. Swung on and lifted in the infield, and the shortstop Any to the second base side of the bag makes the catch. It was off the end of the bat and a little off-speed pitch. And Georgiou is out number 1. That'll bring up Natalie Poss, who grounded to short in the opening frame. The Bead Diggers now just need something offensively. They have 2 hits. The pitch swung on and grounded up the middle. That's a base hit into right center field. Now Brush has 3 hits. Lyons had 2 in the first inning. That's where they're stuck on. That'll bring up Riley Lake, and that ball was not hit sharply, but in the right spot. Lake struck out swinging on a changeup. Brush has got to be ready for that with 2 strikes. The Bead Diggers have committed the only errors of the game, too, by the shortstop Rule. Lake awaiting the pitch from Kester, and here it is. Outside corner, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Morgan Community College is there to make your dreams become a reality. For both traditional and non-traditional students, check them out at morgancc.edu. And that pitch is low. Very difficult to run on both catchers. Hannah Schweiger and Grace Georgiou have outstanding arms. We're not going to see too many stolen bases. We haven't seen anything yet in this game. Of course, there haven't been a ton of base runners either. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 on, 1 out, 1-1 in the 4th inning. The pitch. Strike inside corner on the off-speed pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And again, you got to keep those hands back and be ready. Got to see it right out of the hand. 1 and 2 here to Lake. And the pitch. Yeah, right there, outside corner. You got to know that. She's got to know that. The zone is being expanded right off the corner, but that's a strikeout every time, and it's a strike every time. 2 down. And that is strikeout number 4 for Kester. Harley Holden grounded to short. Holdren awaits the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air in the infield. Takes a couple of hops. Underhand to first by the second baseman, Sam Kester, off the end of the bat. And retiring Harley Holder to end the inning. No runs for the Bead Diggers on 1 hit. No errors and one left. 3.5 complete. Brush 1, Lyons 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. In 5 of her last 7 innings, Braylon Rule has not allowed a run. She allowed a run in the 7th against Rocky Ford, 1 in the 1st inning against Lyons. We're in the bottom of the 4th, tied at 1. And the pitch bounces into Hannah Schweiger. She was hit by a pitcher first time up. Followed by Sam Kester and Berkeley Andrist, 6, 7, and 8 in this Lyons lineup. And the offering. Swung on, fouled off to the right. Yeah, Lyons is finding out this is a different Brush team the 3rd time around. Regardless of what happens the rest of the game, it was not this close in the bottom of the 4th inning in either of the other 2 meetings. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch inside and low. Boy, that was close. 2-1 to Hannah Schweiger. Big pitch coming up here for Braylon Rule. The offering, same location, missed down and in, 3-1. Three balls and 1 strike to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Pitch to Schweiger. That's in the dirt. First walk of the game issued by Braylon Rule. That'll bring up Sam Kester, who struck out swinging her first time up. And now you wonder what's going to happen here. Only a freshman. Awaiting the pitch, and here it is. On the inside corner for a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. To the Lions second baseman. And the pitch swung on, popped up. The shortstop Rule goes out into the grass and makes the one-handed grab. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Got way underneath that one. Here is Berkeley Andrus. She popped the short her first time up. I'm telling you, I mean, Braylon has saved the best for the playoffs. This would more than negate and neutralize what happened during the regular season. The pitch, squaring to bunt in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Thinking about throwing that ball was George Hu, but she decided against it. Rule has thrown only 58% of first pitch strikes. That's down and away, 2-0 to this number 8 hitter in the lineup. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out, 1 on, bottom 4. Brush and Lyons both tallied a run in the 1st. That's where we sit in the 4th. The pitch, squaring to bunt, and she waved at it and missed. Ball 2, strike 1. The winner plays in a semifinal from Aurora on Saturday. The loser finishes their season. The pitch, squaring to bunt again, and takes it for a strike on the outside corner at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's been the strike zone the whole game. You know, I hear some muttering in the background. That's been the strike the whole game. 2-2. Swung on and off the pitcher's glove to the second baseman. Lake throws to first late. It'll be a base hit. A soft liner that was nearly caught by Rule. That's another infield hit in this game for Lyons, and now they're in business, 1st and 2nd with 1 down for Avery Joy, who struck out swinging her first time up. Well, that's too bad because that thing was not hit hard, but you don't have to hit it hard. Both teams have 3 hits in the game. The Bee Diggers have stranded 2. Lyons has stranded 4. What can she do against Avery Joy? The offering, squaring to bunt up and away. And throw back to second. Tag applied, but back of the bag with Schweiger. 1 ball and no strikes. Critical junction of the game. They were looking for an appeal on the swing. 3 umpires for the state playoffs as we had on Tuesday. And the offering. Down and in. Now it's getting a little bit a little bit nerve-wracking because you got first and second, 1 out, and 2-0 on the number 9 hitter. And you know if she doesn't get her out, that Lyons probably will score in the inning. The pitch swung on and fouled off to the right. I'm surprised she swung at that pitch. It was up in the zone. It's 2-1 to Avery Joy. Got to make another pitch right there if you're Braylon Rule. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the offering, squaring to bunt, and pops it up first base side. And Georgiou somehow touched it because she thought it was going to stay fair. It's a base hit. Well, I think there you let that thing roll if it goes foul. And it's a base hit. The thing went about, maybe, no more than about 6 feet high and about 5 or 6 feet forward up the first base side. Georgiou dove and then touched the ball, and it was either right on or right inside the line. Oh, man, you got to take a chance there and see if it spins foul. There's Jilly Hay, popped out and struck out looking. Bad luck there for Brush again. 2 infield hits in the inning. Yeah, I don't think she couldn't have caught that. It just didn't have enough trajectory. Not enough trajectory. And bending over at the waist is Rule. I wonder if she's okay. Let's see. Here comes Tom Odell. Hopefully there's not a physical issue out there. She's pitched a fabulous game so far. But we got to see if there's anything amiss there with Braylon Rule. Engineering and consulting services for all of your projects at Western Engineering Consultants. Strong commitment to their clients' needs sets them apart. Get your project started the right way. Western Engineering Consultants. I wonder if might be a structural issue with the left knee. Yeah, she's going to have to take some warm-up pitches here. She might have tweaked something. Here comes the team doctor, Marshall Unrein, to check on this. Will change the entire fabric of the game if Rule cannot continue. She's going to give it a shot, I'm sure, but there's something with the left knee. Got to try to stretch that out. I'm sure they'll let her take a couple of warm-up pitches. That's too bad because she's throwing so well that you wonder, is this going to affect her here going forward? Well, she'll take a couple of warm-up pitches and see what the story is. She appears to be laboring, but I know she wants to fight through it and stay in there. But it's definitely somewhere in the left knee. And let's see. I think Coach Odell's going to keep her in the game. Braylon wants to stay in the game. After 2 warm-up pitches, she gets a hand. But the bases are loaded, and 2 of the 3 reaching were on infield hits and a walk. Huge hitter for Braylon Rule to retire. And Jilly Hay, 0-2. She steps in from the right side. The pitch way outside. Ooh. But again, she's landscaping the mound with her cleat. 1 ball and no strikes. And the offering, nowhere close. It's up and away. Yeah, she's not healthy. 2-0. She's going to have to fight through it and see what happens. If the B-Diggers can somehow minimize the damage here, it's still tied at 1, but you sense that it's about to unravel here a little bit. 2-0. Right there. Clutch pitch on the outer half at the knees. It's 2-1 for a strike. Got to keep going here. Fight through this struggle. 2-1. Swung on that ball. It's grounded to second. Lake is going to tag the runner and throw to first for the double play. Riley Lake with a 4-3 double play, tagging the runner going by in Avery Joy. And the B-Diggers dodge a major bullet in the 4th inning. No runs on 2 hits. No errors and 2 were left. Wow. Let's head to the 5th inning. Brush 1, Lyons 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. If you saw any of the first two games between Brush and Lyons, you would have thought this was not even close to being possible. We are down to a 3-inning game, deadlocked at 1, on a double play grounder hit by Jilly Hay. And it was hit perfectly right to Lake as she got to tag the runner Joy going from first to second, then an easy throw to first. 7, 8, and 9, Alexis Corral had a base hit her first time up. The Bee Diggers have 3 hits of the game. The pitch, swing and a miss. Little changeup on the inside corner. It's 0-1, followed by Odell and Abreu. Who's going to come through for Brush if they take the lead? This is where, as the visiting team, you got to start scoring because you don't have the last up. The pitch, and that ball hit her. Oh, it got her on the lower backside. First hit batsman by Kester. That'll bring up Olivia Odell, who popped to third in her first at bat. I mean, that might just have turned, well, it had to turn the momentum. I mean, you figured the Bee Diggers were a pitch or two away from falling behind 2 or 3-1, especially with a hitter that was up there. And the leadoff hitter for Lyons, the pitch squaring to bunt, lays it down, right back to the pitcher, throw to first in time. It advances Corral to second. Sacrifice is successful, 1-3. Small ball, played perfectly by Olivia Odell. Here is Abreu, who struck out swinging. Unless she hits into a double play, this will turn the lineup over for Brooke Rule, who's looking to get on track in this game. Not had a good game, committed 2 errors. Abreu from the right side. The pitch, swung on and lifted foul, way, way out in front. I'm not sure why she's running to first base. She hit that at least 50 feet foul. She pulled it so badly. I mean, that would have been fair on a corresponding field in right field. Fill up your cooler, gas up your car. Stubbs Gas and Oil, easy and convenient, makes them the only stop you need on your way to the big game. Up and away, and the count is level at 1-1 to Abreu. 1 run on 3 hits for Brush, 1 run, 4 hits for Lyons. The Bee Diggers have the only 2 errors. Brush is stranded 2. Lyons has left 6 on base. Corral at second with 1 out. Pitch to Abreu. Swung on. That ball is lifted to left field along the line. Foul territory and out of play. Remains, or check that. It goes to 1-2 on Abreu. And now you have to watch out. She struck out on that nasty off-speed pitch. In her first at bat, she's got to watch out for that. You know that Kester's got a good one. 1-2. And the offering, there it is. It's in the dirt. Nice take there by the first baseman. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here to Kylie Abreu. We're in the 5th inning already in this 3A quarter. Most games starting today. The other 3, I believe, started at 4 o'clock. The pitch. Oh, yeah. Called strike 3. It was off the corner, but that's been a strike all game long. Strikeout number 5 for Chantel Kester. Got to swing at that every time. Here's Brooke Rule. Rule in the game has grounded to third and then bunted back to the pitcher. 0 for 2. She's due. The offering. Swung on line. Base hit into center field. Hit very sharp out. Trying to score. Throw is cut off. Throw to second. Rule caught between first and second as the run scores. Rule back to first. She slides in safely. She's back to first. They couldn't have called her out. Did they call her out? Why are they coming back in? Now the umpires are converging, but I'm not sure. Well, unless she was out of the baseline, but the run does score. It's 2-1. Now let's see what the ruling is with the base runner rule. Was she out of the baseline or what happened there? Because she got back, but the umpires are meeting right now, and yeah, safe. Yeah, she was safe. I didn't know what the argument was out there, the discussion. But an RBI single from Brooke Rule, and the Bee Diggers lead by a score of 2-1 in the 5th inning. That ball was hit very sharply. Top of the hour, 3 o'clock Mountain Time. You're listening to 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Weldona, on the TuneIn app, And at KSLYard.com, that's a strike. Going to second to throw on a hop to slide, and she's in there. It's a stolen base for Brooke Rule. And no balls and one strike to Braylon Rule. Oh and 1. Hopefully we'll have some video that we'll throw up a little bit later on. We won't have a Facebook Live. I wish we could do that, but not for this game. The pitch. Ooh, must have been a little high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here to the Bee Digger pitcher. Nursing a little bit of an injury sustained in the bottom of the 4th inning. The offering down and away. And no throw back to second. Rule was way off there. Ball 2, strike 1. The Bee Diggers not trailed in the game. They led 1-0 in a Grace Georgiou home run in the first. Rayanna Ortiz tied it with a sac fly at the bottom of the first. And now Brooke Rule with a 2-out. Levels at 2-2. And if you can get on knowing who's on deck, you don't want Georgiou to lead off another inning like she did earlier. Here we go with the pitch on the way. All right, had a signal interruption there. We're bringing the signal back to you. That's nothing we can control. 3-2 to Rule. The offering swung on, grounded foul. Remains at 3-2. Again, any of these signal blips, we apologize. Nothing that we're doing here. Just the way technology works sometimes. 3 balls and 2 strikes again. And the pitch. Swung on, hit slowly on the ground to the right side. Second baseman Kester throws to first, late, and scoring his Rule around from second. It's an RBI. Brush 3. Lyons 1. Thank goodness that ball was not hit harder because it would have been an out. But in the hole, near the second base bag, and the speed of Braylon Rule produces the base hit and the RBI. 3-1 Bee Diggers. Here's Georgiou. And we have a visit on the hill. Georgiou in the game has homered and popped to the shortstop, Brooklyn Ennie. The winner will face either Eaton or La Junta. But you know that Lyons is hardly done in this game. The Bee Diggers are going to have to continue hitting the ball. They now have 5 hits in the game, out-hitting Lyons 5-4, outscoring them 3-1. Long conversation in the circle. Yeah, not sure. Well, I mean, if not, just Walker. If that's about Georgiou, Walker. And then get to Poss, who's got a base hit. Let's see what they decide to do. I wouldn't pitch to her. I mean, it could be a 5-1 game just like that, but if I'm a Bee Digger, I want them to pitch to her. So, pitch to her. Well, the conversation has ended. Bee Diggers have 2 runs across in the frame. B&B Appliance and Repair, from refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between. They have exactly what you need and service it too. Outstanding work there and outstanding people. B&B Appliance. The pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Courtesy runner at first is Avery Lefevre. A lot of speed for her. 1-0. Swing and a miss on the off-speed, down and away. Levels the count at 1-1. Brooke Rule with an RBI single. Braylon Rule with a run-scoring single. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Outside corner. And again, when I say outside corner, it's off the plate, but it's a strike all game long. 1-2. Georgiou knows that. She's got to protect here. She's got to protect. 1-2. Swung on, line to center field. That's a base hit. And Lefevre can only advance a base because the ball was hit so hard. And that'll bring up Natalie Poss. And Georgiou will have a courtesy runner in Aaliyah Carrera. We are in the 5th inning. Brush is 9 outs away, 9 big outs away from advancing to the state semis. 2 down. And Kester pitches. Swung on, drilled into deep left center field. And that is off the bottom of the fence. 1 run scores. Carrera at third. They're going to keep her right there. Lefevre scores on the 2-out double by Poss. Brush 4. Lyons 1 in the 5th inning. I thought that was going to leave the yard, but it just fell a little bit short. Didn't have enough trajectory. And 2 in scoring position for Riley Lake, who struck out twice. And are we going to have a pitching change? We'll see. Chantel Kester getting hit hard in this frame. With the Bee Diggers holding a 4-1 lead. And second and third. Let's see if there's this is the second visit. Yeah, she's got to be taken out. So we'll keep it right here for now. And, well, apparently something's been turned on again. You can hear there's some occasional interference, and I'm not sure where that's coming from. But Brush with a 4-1 lead. Yeah, I don't know where that interference comes from here, but... All right, let's see if we take a short break. In the top of the 5th inning, with the Bee Diggers up 4-1. Actually, we'll keep it right here. All right, we'll keep it right here. Now that I think this is going to be a short warm-up. All right, the new pitcher will be Jilly Hay. Let's see where they reposition Kester, the starter. But Jilly Hay, another right-handed pitcher. Here for Lyons in the top of the 5th inning. Again, the Bee Diggers in 2 regular season meetings were outscored by Lyons 27-6, but lead this game 4-1. And we are in the top of the 5th inning. And that's what I mentioned at the top of the inning. You have got to score some runs if you're the visiting team because you don't have the final at bat. Well, Kester simply in center field. They just trade one position for the other. Riley Lake 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Hitting from the right side. And the pitch. Strike inside corner. 0-1. Yeah, we had no issues when we broadcast here during the regular season, but a couple here for some reason. 0-1 where we lose a little bit of signal and then it comes right back. Second and third, the offering. Swung on and fisted slowly to second, fielded by Kester, underhands to first, and that does it for the Bee Diggers here in the top of the 5th inning, but they put together a huge inning for them. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning in this 3A quarterfinal. Brush 4, Lyons 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Jazz Ennie leads the bottom of the 5th inning off. Singled and grounded out. She is 1 for 2. 4-1 Brush in this 3A quarterfinal. The pitch right down the middle, strike one at the knees from Braylon Rule. Ennie, Chantel Kester, and Brooklyn Ennie in the bottom of the 5th. Lyons is home field. The Bee Diggers are up by 3. The pitch, swinging a grounder foul up the third base side. And the count is at 0-2. Brush came into this game, into the tournament as the 13th seed. 13 seeds are supposed to be one and done. Not Brush. They won their first game, looking to do it again. The pitch, called strike 3 at the knees. Again, that zone is being expanded. Chantel Kester has singled and grounded out. The pitch, down and in. We set a strikeout of Jazz Ennie. 1 ball and no strikes on 3 pitches. 1-0 with 1 out in the 5th inning. The offering. Ooh, that ball hit her. Up and in. And that ball nailed her. 1 out, 1 on. Yeah, we'll recap the inning as hopefully the signal will clean itself up here. Again, we have no idea why that keeps going out a little bit, but with Jazzy struck out on 3 pitches, and Chantel Kester. And the pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, anytime we lose a signal, we'll recap what's happened. Hopefully we won't have that issue, but for some reason, technology is getting the better of us right now. That one bounces in. 2-0 with 1 out of the 5th inning. Awaiting the pitch is Ennie. Here it is. Swung on, pop foul, and out of play. Two balls and 1 strike. We just had a force play at second. And there's 2 down on a fielder's choice. She didn't drop the ball at all. They're dropped out. 2 down, the pitch. Strike on the inner half. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. 2 down, and again, apologize for these. We've had massive signal issues for some reason. And the offering. Swung on that ball's grounded right back to the mound. Rule throws to first, and Lyons is retired. All right, they had 1 on base, and that was it. But the Beat Diggers get through this inning, hopefully like we did right here on 10-10. We head to the 6th inning in this 3A quarterfinal. 4, Lyons 1, 10-10 KSIR, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. All right, that was a rough bottom of the 5th inning, not for Brush, but for us. But hopefully we got things back on track. Again, we are the slaves to technology at times. Top of the 6th inning, Brush is 6 outs away. They lead Lyons by a score of 4-1 in this 3A quarterfinal. I'm John Beltran. The Beat Diggers scored 3 runs in the top of the 5th inning, getting an RBI single from Brooke Rule, another one from Braylon Rule, and then Nadeline Poss with an RBI double. But hopefully they are not done. Hopefully they will keep going here in the top of the 6th inning. It is 8, 9, and 1. Olivia, check that. Harley Holdren, 6, 7, and 8. Odell's batting in this inning, but 3rd in the inning. Odell, Corral, and Holdren is batting and swinging, grounding it for a base hit into left field. She was 0 for 2. Now she's 1 for 3. And the Beat Diggers pick up their 8th hit of the game. It's a leadoff single for Holdren in the top of the 6th inning. Here is Corral, singled and hit by a pitch. Coach Hodel's going to make some sort of change here. And we'll see what it is. But what about the job that Braylon Rule is doing? Just incredible. Simply incredible. Let's see. Can we spot the courtesy runner at first? Yeah, that's Tatalini, and she's got major speed. Carly Tatalini is at first. Corral, 1 for 1, singled and hit by a pitch. Brush 4, Lyons 1 in the 6th inning. And the offering upstairs from Jilly Hay. She replaced Chantel Kester 1 inning ago. One ball and no strikes. The offering. Swung on, drilled deep down the line. If it stays fair, it's trouble. It is foul. Just foul. Corral nearly hit it out along the left field line. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wow. Had she waited on that just a tad or kept it fair, we'd be talking about a 6-1 game. The Beat Diggers have ball 2, strike 1. The pitch. Swung on and fouled off the end of the bat. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Corral. Nobody out, runner at first. And the pitch. Outside. Three and two. 3-2 to Corral. The offering swung on and lined on one hop to second to throw to second for one. Back to first will be late. Fielder's choice, 4-6, one down. Play there made by Sam Kester. One down for Odell, who was popped out in a sack bunt, but we're going to have I think we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Yeah, I think we'll have a pinch hitter, and this will be Annalise Glosson hitting in this spot. Well, can she deliver? She did not bat on Tuesday. Glosson looking to deliver right now. 4-1 brush, one on, one out. In the top of the sixth inning in Lyons. So Annalise stepping in. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner. No balls and one strike. It was tied at 1 until the fifth inning when the Bee-Diggers scored 3 runs. RBI singles from Brooke and Braylon Rule. Run scoring double from Nadalyn Poss. Runner at first is Corral. The pitch swung on, tapped foul at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 0-2, and the pitch. High and a changeup. 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And again, our apologies for the signal issues that we have really no control over. The offering swung on and tapped foul behind the plate. And the pitch swung on, driven down the left field line. That's trouble. Headed for the corner. It's a base hit. And Corral into second. Glosson delivers. Here is Kylie Abreu. All right, we're probably going to have to switch here to gain a more effective method of airing this game once we get to the bottom of the sixth inning. Trying to keep the signal as is, but not getting the cooperation we like. Kylie Abreu struck out twice looking. 0 for 2, first and second. Glosson just singled to left. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike to Abreu. Jilly Hay, the right-hander, comes home. Swung on, drilled foul. Way foul up the left side. Oh, 0-2. Corral reached in a fielder's choice. Glosson singled. There is a courtesy runner at first, I think. Or is that? Yeah, I think that might be Langford. Low. Nope, check that. No, that is, let's see who we have there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's not Langford. 1-2 to Abreu. 4-1 brush, top of the sixth with 1 down. The pitch. Swung on, grounded off the end of the bat to the pitcher. Fielded, throw to first. Is going to go by the first baseman into foul territory. Scoring is Corral. Runner to third. Big set home is Odell. And the throw to the plate is going to be cut off. And the Bee-Diggers lead 6-1. That'll be an error, no RBI. Wow. So that was Odell scoring on the back end. And it's 6-1 brush. It'll be E1. And the hitter Abreu ended up at second. Here is Brooke Rule. Grounded out. 1-3 on a bunt and singled. The Bee-Diggers are stunning Lyons right now. The pitch in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. 6-1 Brush here in the top of the 6th inning. And the offering swung on and hit in the air down the right field line. That's going to be trouble. That's going to drop right inside the line for a base hit. Rounding third is Abreu. She's going to score. Roll to third. It's an RBI triple. Brush 7, Lyons 1. Wow. Holy mongus. That was just a pop fly down the right field line. And it landed fair. Here's Braylon Rule. Struck out, grounded out, and singled. She's 1 for 3. Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this coming. Not this type of lead for Brush. The pitch. That's a little bit down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. And Georgiou is waiting to hit next. Again, Brush lost 15-5 on September 11th here at Lyons and 12-1 at home just 1 week ago. The pitch swung on and lifted deep into left field in the gap. The ball, is it caught out there? I think it was caught, and tagging up from third is going to be Brooke Rule. Nice set shy of the track in the left center field gap by Avery Joy. And it's 8-1 Brush and a sac fly by Braylon Rule. So 8-1. Here is Georgiou, 8-1 Brush. The pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. She's 2 for 3 in the game. On and driven deep into left field, and it's going to be off the glove of the left fielder. It was dropped by Avery Joy to second as Georgiou on an error. A 2-out error. Georgiou just drilled it. Courtesy runner. We'll change our method of calling this game since we're having signal issues, and we'll keep this signal consistent. Hopefully, once we get to the bottom of the 6th inning, the Bee Diggers with an 8-1 lead. I don't know why it's not holding, but it's a new experience this season. Swung on and grounded to short, and he's got it. Throws to first for the out, and they finally get out of the inning. Does Lyons for the Bee Diggers in the frame. 4 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors and 1 left. Let's head to the bottom of the 6th in this 3A quarterfinal. It is Brush 8, Lyons 1. You're listening to 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back with you. Let's head to the bottom of the 6th inning. And the Bee Diggers with an 8-1 lead here in this 3A quarterfinal. And the pitch in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. The game is now in the hands of Braylon Rule. Hannah Schweiger hit by a pitch and walked. She is 0 for 0. The offering. Down and in, 2-0. 6 outs separate the Bee Diggers from a berth in the state semis. And the pitch down and away, 3-0. Three balls and no strikes. Here is Sam Kester. And the pitch. That's another ball thrown by Rule. And we're going to switch forms of broadcast in this game here as quickly as possible so we stay the whole time. The pitch. And now that's 6 consecutive balls thrown by Braylon Rule. She's got to settle down here. This game far from over. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch. Swung on, popped up, left field. Corral with plenty of room is going to make the grab, and there's one down. One down. So we had a 4-pitch walk to Schweiger and a pop-up by Kester into left field. One down, 8-1 Brush. Bottom of the 6th inning. And here is Berkeley Andrist. The Bee Diggers with a 7-run lead. The pitch. Low, 1 ball and no strikes. Andrus has popped up to Tatalini and 2 down. Here's Avery Joy. So 2 down. The 7th inning is coming up. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. We'll take an extensive break in between innings to do what we have to do here to keep us on air in the 7th. 0-1. With 2 down. Swung on. And the Diggers lead 8-1. All right, John Beltran back with you as we head here to the top of the 7th inning. And Avery Lefevre just with a pinch hit single. And she got the second. The ball was bobbled out there. Harley Holdren just grounded out, advancing the runner. Swung on, drilled deep to left field by Alexis Corral. Is going to be caught out there. Tagging up at third and scoring is Riley Lake, the courtesy runner. And the Bee Diggers now lead 9-1. Wow. Incredible here for Brush. As the Bee Diggers have a 9-1 lead. Again in the inning, Lefevre with a base hit. Ball was bobbled out there. She got to second. A ground out by Holdren and a sac fly by Corral. Here's Olivia Odell. And the pitch. Outside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, we're just trying to finish this off here. Wow. Not a good time when we get to the playoffs for the technology out here to play games with us. Swung on, line caught. Caught by the pitcher, throw back to second. And nothing doing there. Well, now there's 2 down. But it is 9-1. As Odell lined out. Now, so Corral's on second. All right. So Corral didn't, no sac fly. She actually was able to get a base hit. Swung on line foul by Abreu. All right. Nonetheless, the Bee Diggers do have a 9-1 lead. We just had a line out there by Odell, making it 2 down in the inning. No balls and 1 strike on Abreu. The Bee Diggers are 3 outs away from advancing to the 3A semifinals. We'll recap this game and some of the pitches that might have been missed here. Jilly Hay delivers. Outside corner for a strike, and an incredible job done by Braylon Rule in this game. She has been beyond awesome in this game. With all the control issues she had all year, she was hurt in the 4th inning with a left knee issue, and she has battled through that pain. And Brush has scored the last 8 runs of the game, 9-1. Here in the top of the 7, 2 down, Corral at second. The pitch swung on and foul to the backstop. And the count remains at 0-2 to Kylie Abreu. She struck out twice and reached on an error, 0 for 3. The line score for Brush, 9 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors. Lyons 1 run on 4 hits, 2 errors. The Bee Diggers have left 5, and Lyons is stranded 8. Here we go with a pitch to Abreu. Here it is. Swung on, popped up. This should end the inning. The first baseman along the line, backed up by the second baseman, dropped in foul territory by Kester. That'll extend the at-bat. It scored an error. It is scored an error, even though she doesn't reach base, but that ball was dropped, so the at-bat continues. And for Lyons, that's their 3rd error. The Bee Diggers had the first 2 errors of the game. Now Lyons has committed the last 3. Let's see, can Abreu take advantage of this second chance? She swings and pops it into foul territory along the line and in front of the dugout. Rayanna Ortiz makes the catch. And that does it for the Bee Diggers in the inning. They do score a run as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Bee Diggers are 3 outs away from a trip back to the state semifinals. With the score, Brush 9, Lyons 1 on 10 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Fouled off at the plate to begin the bottom of the 7th inning by Jilly Hay, who's popped out, struck out, and hit into a fielder's choice. John Beltran back with you. The Bee Diggers have scored 8 unanswered runs and lead 9-1. This is an incredible performance by Brush today, their best of the season. The pitch, and that ball hit her on the left foot. Second hit batsman. That's the way the bottom of the 7th begins. Here's Jazeni, who singled, grounded out, and struck out looking. The Bee Diggers scored a run in the 1st, 3 in the 5th, 4 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. Lyons' lone run came in the bottom of the 1st inning. Well, the Bee Diggers might be, they're saying ready for the bunt, but why would you bunt down by 8? That's outside. Yeah, I would think that's just a bluff. 1 ball and no strikes. Braylon Rule unofficially has thrown 89 pitches, 51 of those for strikes. And she struck out 4 in the game, walked 2, and hit 3 batters. And now 2 balls and no strikes, and a wild pitch thrown by Braylon Rule. Runner at second now. Nobody out in the 7th. 9-1 Bee Diggers. The pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball down the middle. It's 2-1. A fly ball hit to Kylie Abreu on the 4th pitch of the at-bat. She makes the catch. It was a snow cone out there, and there's 1 down. We'll have a quick postgame simply because of the inconsistency with the signal. A quick postgame coming up, but the Bee Diggers will advance. Check out our 1010 KSIR Sports Facebook page. Swing and a miss. A changeup to Chantel Kester, who singled, popped out, and hit by a pitch. She is 1 for 2. Chantel awaiting the offering. Swung on and fouled off the end of the bat. No balls and 2 strikes. The Bee Diggers were outscored 27-6 in the 2 meetings against Lyons during the regular season, but they're 2 outs away from making the 3rd time a charm, up 9-1. The offering, swung on, grounded to short, backhanded by Rule. Long throw to first, 2 outs. Back to second is Jilly Hay. Beautiful defensive play by Brooke Rule. Here we go with Brooklyn Ennie. 0 for 3, 2 errors, and reached on a fielder's choice. When the score shows up. Swung on, lifted to left field. Corrales back, has room, and the Brush Bee Diggers advance to the 3A state semifinals. The Bee Diggers defeat the Lyons 9-1. A stunner here in Lyons. Bee Digger postgame show brought to you by Buildings by Design. When it comes to your next project, when it comes to experience, Buildings by Design is the best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience makes Buildings by Design the only choice when it comes to your next project. Buildings by Design. For the Bee Diggers in this game, 9 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors, 6 left on base, 1 run, 4 hits for Lyons, 3 errors, 9 left on base. The winning pitcher was Braylon Rule. What a job she did today. As Rule threw a complete game, 97 pitches, struck out 4, walked 2, hit 3 batters, and the loss went to Chantel Kester. Time of the game, 1 hour and 41 minutes. Grace Georgiou gave the Bee Diggers a 1-0 lead with a home run, and then Rayanna Ortiz with a sac fly tied the game. Then the Bee Diggers broke it open in the 5th inning. RBI singles from Brooke Rule and Braylon Rule, and RBI Natalie Poss, and with some more snafus signal-wise. But in the 6th inning, with the Bee Diggers up 4-1 after the RBI singles from Rule and the double by Poss, they tallied even more and just kept it going as they made it 6-1. Kylie Abreu reached on a 2-run error. RBI triple for Brooke Rule. Braylon Rule with a sac fly, and then they scored another run. And the Bee Diggers will take on either Eaton or La Junta And that'll be on Saturday morning. Check out all the details on our 1010 KSIR Sports Facebook page. So the Bay Diggers avenge 2 regular season losses and defeat the Lyons in Lyons by a score of 9-1. Well, we'll talk to you on Saturday morning from Aurora. I'm John Beltran. The Bay Diggers have done it. Their 11th win of the year. Lyons ends the season at 14-4. Brush 9, Lyons 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.